Blancmange is not everybody's cup of tea, but it goes back to the Middle Ages as a dessert and became very popular in the 70s. Emma Muscat of Come Step Back in Time said they're actually very simple to make and shared how she made the orange-flavoured cat blancmange.
The cat is made with a plastic mould. I do have some lovely old Victorian blancmange and jelly moulds, but when you're talking about price, keep it very simple. Again, this simple cat mould. I remember as a child in the 1970s we had a China cat mould for blancmanges and jellies, but again this was picked up for £1. A packet of 4 different blancmanges, and you'll obviously have to investigate the brand, but they're 60p for a packet, so very simple. You just need some milk and some sugar to add to the packets, or you can make your own.
Blancmange made regular appearances at tea tables in the 70s, but how does it transport for a picnic?
It is quite hardy. Obviously, if you're having a picnic, just make sure that you take it out of the fridge just before you're about to set off, and make sure that you put it in a cool bag packed with the frozen ice packs that you can buy now, just to keep it cool, because although they are quite sturdy, they can be quite fragile in heat.
Jelly was also another popular dessert. Could that make its way for outdoor eating?
What I would recommend that you do is, if you're taking them on a picnic, just slightly use a little bit less liquid when you're setting it. You can also buy little plastic jelly containers, and it doesn't matter whether it says jelly or blancmange, they're absolutely superb. And what they've got on the bottom is they've got a little like a little base, which you must make sure is on securely and tight, secure and tight. And if you're using blancmange, there's the first rule is you just put you oil moulds that are having blancmange inside, very, very, very small amount of oil. So it's sunflower oil, any vegetable oil, not olive oil. Olive oil is too thick. Just literally dab a little bit of olive oil on some kitchen paper and just wipe it inside. You don't want too much oil, because it will affect when you turn out the actual blancmange. You don't want it to have a sheen on it, but just inside so you can get it out. And jelly you wet with cold water, so just literally put some cold water in, tip out the cold water. So water for jelly moulds and oil for blancmange. So you pop your blancmange in there, leave it to cool, and then they come with little lids on top. Perfect. Sit it in the fridge, and that will keep its shape. So when you go on your picnic and you arrive at your destination, you simply take the lid off, turn it upside down. Releasing that allows the suction, it holds it in, so then that just releases it. So I got 6 of those for under £1 in total.
Although passionate about vintage, Emma also likes experimenting.
I love creating retro food, but I also like to try and have a little bit of a modern twist. I took plastic or silicone moulds for making ice cubes. I had some strawberry shaped moulds and some heart-shaped moulds. And what I did was I put jelly into those ice cube trays and I just froze them. Very, very, very simple. Just leave them in the freezer overnight. Pop them out. You can either then decorate that with cream or add strawberries. And again, if you're taking them on a picnic, they're just fabulous to sprinkle on any of your desserts, but just make sure that you take them out of the freezer just before you're leaving, and also pack them with freezer packs in your cool bag as well.
And if you want to know whether they tasted as good as they looked, yes they were. This is Shan Robins for Solent News Now.